Saves you more. Like any organization, if it's successful, you got to have good people. You got to have good volunteers. We got two of the best. We welcome, first of all, Brooke Fisher. Brooke is an executive assistant with Old National Bank. And also joining Brooke is Rick Jillson. Rick is the corporate communications manager with ONB. Guys, welcome. Brooke, why in the world would you volunteer for JA?
Well, flat out, it's just an amazing organization to be involved with. But my position at Old National is I actually started doing volunteer recruitment for the community, and Junior Achievement was one that I started doing it with. And I just started noticing certain associates would go back and forth every single year and just come back and want to volunteer. And I thought, maybe there's a little bit more in this. So
it turned out to be a great deal, doesn't it? How about you, Rick?
Well, first and foremost, it's just fun. It's that I've been fortunate enough to teach students from, I think, first grade up to 8th grade, and the common thread at every level of student is that they enjoy it. It's fun. The material's engaging, and that makes it fun to teach them.
You have the young kiddos, don't you, Brooke? And that's got, well, blessed be, I always say, blessed be the teachers or the volunteers. Hey, let's talk about something too. There's people watching right now and say, you know, I'd probably try that, but I don't have time. It's not. How do you manage the commitment?
Well, it's actually a very manageable time commitment. That's another thing that I really like about it. And depending on the grade level, it's maybe 5 to 6 sessions, usually less than an hour. And you know, you might put another hour of prep time in per session. So you're making a really significant impact on students' lives for 10 to 12 hours of your time. So that's a pretty cool thing.
Has anything surprised either one of you as a mentor? Here you go in and you're teaching these kids. Anything surprise you, Brooke, and you go, oh my gosh. Have you learned from them, I guess?
Absolutely. I mean, adults can learn from kids at any time, but the very first time that I went into a classroom, I did kindergarten, and just the kids being that young, they were so interested in just the way that they lit up whenever a volunteer walked into the classroom, and you would give them certain things as part of the curriculum, and they're, oh, can I take this home, and can I show my mom and dad? And
isn't it? It's just like kids thrive. They need parenting. They want to learn, don't they?
Absolutely, they love it. One of the things that surprised me is, I've probably done it for about 10 years, and I've had kids come up to me and say, hey, Mr. Jillson, do you remember me from 3 years ago? They remember me from teaching their JA class, and that tells me that they're holding on to what they're learning in that class.
Two of Old National Bank's and two of JA's best assets, Rick Jillson and also Brooke Fisher. Guys, thanks for what you do for Junior Achievement. Hey, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Hey, when we come back, Ben Juergens, Stacy Carr rejoin us. They're going to wrap up this special edition of Midday brought to you by Junior Achievement. We're coming right back.